you have overground parking, your car is going to be very cold and it's going to take time for your car to warm up. So they're pricing in the inconvenience of overground parking in the winter months. In today's video, how much does a parking spot cost and how much could you sell it for? Hello everyone, this is Sam from SaberiSixRealEstate and Remax Realty. As always, you can find my contact information in the description box with regards to my Gmail, Instagram, and my office. Feel free to get in touch with any questions you have or leave your questions below. Furthermore, please feel free to subscribe and like this video if you wish. If not, don't do it. You're not obliged, obviously, to do so, but your support is much appreciated if you find my videos informative. Anyways, let's get on with the topic of today's video, which is the value of a parking spot, especially in central Toronto, especially in downtown, as will be the focus of today's video. Now, I always tell my clients who are looking to buy a condominium, whether or not you need a parking spot for your own use, because some people do not drive and they're purchasing downtown where they have very good access to public transportation. However, if you are able to pay the additional for a parking spot, even if you do not use a parking spot, go ahead and do it. First and foremost, it helps greatly with the appreciation of the units in terms of sale, and when you want to rent it out in the future, if you want to rent it out, that is, you get to charge more for rent. Whereas a unit that's very comparable in every aspect but does not have a parking spot will go for less, both in terms of purchase price and rental price. However, you do have another option, which is you can sell the parking spot separately, and that is going to be the topic of today's video. I'm going to go through some numbers of parking spots that have sold downtown and what they're asking for downtown, so you have a good understanding of what the value of a parking spot is. Only owned parking spots can be sold or bought. So it is very important for you and your real estate agents to determine if you're purchasing a unit, is the parking spot owned or is the parking spot exclusive? If it is exclusive, once again, you only have exclusive access to it. If it is owned, you can do whatever you want with it. Another important fact is that even if it's owned, certain condominium corporations do not let you sell or buy owned parking spots outside of the condominium corp. So you can sell it to another unit owner in the same building that is part of the same condominium corp, but you cannot sell it to a buyer that's outside of the condominium corporation, meaning sell it to an owner of another unit in another building. So that also greatly restricts certain purchase and sale of parking spots downtown as well. Now that we have those disclaimers, very important disclaimers, out of the way, let's get to the numbers. First, we're going to go through the numbers of what people are asking for a parking spot. Then we're going to go through the sold numbers. Number one, what are people asking for? Well, currently on the market, as of the time of recording of this video, which is January 16th, there are about 18 parking spots up for sale in downtown Toronto. So this ranges from waterfront to Little Portugal to Little Italy to Trinity Bellwoods to Chinatown, the entirety of C1, as you can see on the TREB maps. The average asking price for a parking spot downtown right now, based on 18 available for sale, is $54,000. The lowest one is asking for 25 grand, while the highest priced one is asking for 90K. So definitely one of the factors that affects asking price for a parking spot is location. Even within the downtown core, certain locations are more easily accessible. Furthermore, it is not just the location, but it's also, once again, the location of the parking spot within the parking. If it is a P1, is it P3, is it P4? Where is it in the building and where is it in downtown? However, without a shadow of a doubt, in my frank opinion, if you're asking, and even, in a very, very parking scarce area like such as downtown, if you're asking for 90K for a parking spot, you're absolutely out of your mind. And I can't understand this asking price of 90K. However, I think 50s and the 60s, you are looking at the higher end, and that is quite fair. Another factor you have to understand is the lower end of the spectrum for asking price. Most likely sometimes why they're so low in asking is maybe they're exterior parking spots. Certain older condominium projects have interior parking, meaning underground parking and overground parking. And the reason those asking prices are much lower on average is because, especially in Toronto, Canada, 6 to 8 months out of the year, if you have overground parking, your car is going to be very cold and it's going to take time for your car to warm up. So they're pricing in the inconvenience of overground parking in the winter months when they ask for such a low amount for a parking spot that, once again, is overground and not underground. That's what people are asking for. Let's go through the numbers of what it has sold for. And these numbers are all the way going back to 2020, early 2020 till to this day. The average sold price of a parking spot downtown, once again, in that time span I just aforementioned, is $49,000, meaning on average people are paying $49,000 for a parking spot. The highest sold spot was $87,000 and the lowest sold spot was $28,000. And the average asking price for the ones that happened to sell was about $54,000, which is on track with the average asking price of the ones available for sale now. So you're looking about a $6,000, difference between asking and selling, or if my math is correct, sorry, $5,000. Anyways, those are quick numbers. Hopefully this gives you a good understanding of what the value of a parking spot is downtown. Things you should know about the legal aspects of it, if you can even sell your parking spot. And in my opinion, why, if you're buying a condo, even if you don't need a parking spot, if you can afford paying an extra amount for a parking spot, it will definitely help with the appreciation of your unit, even if you want to rent it or sell it, and you can sell the parking spot separately for some extra cash. Anyways, that's Sam from SaberiSixRealEstate, RE/MAX Realtron Realty Inc. As always, find my contact information in the description box, subscribe, comment, like, and stay safe. Thank you.